iNews Views, October 12th. Learn something new every day. Mothers and fathers everywhere. The Ebola epidemic is causing U.S. entry ports to become more vigilant and increase security. This is the first large-scale change in security since the virus came to America in September. Politicians realize that we are a global village and that diseases travel at the speed of jet planes. So they've ordered authorities to begin airport screenings for passengers with elevated temperatures. Those found to have a fever will be quarantined and have additional tests performed. Medical experts report that they have the means to stop Ebola, but the general public and especially health workers must take necessary precautions. Pro-democracy demonstrators in Hong Kong are defiant, but their numbers are dwindling. Traffic is beginning to flow more smoothly through the city, but some protesters are refusing to back down. Many experts believe that the situation will drag on for some time. An interesting side note is that the air pollution levels in Hong Kong have decreased because of the limited traffic in the area of the protest. American workers are getting a pretty raw deal compared to workers in other regions of the world. Working hours have gradually increased since the 1970s, and most analysts now consider U.S. workers to be workaholics. A lot of this extra work is being done on evenings and weekends, with over 25% of Americans working nights and nearly 30% working on Saturday and Sunday. This stands in stark contrast to the Netherlands, where only 7% of the citizens work nights and 20% work during the weekend. One reason for this increased work is the need for extra money from overtime and from working second jobs on evenings and weekends. Financial security is a full-time job. Samsung is planning to invest 15.6 trillion won to set up a new chip-making facility in Pyeongtaek, South Korea, to meet the soaring global demand. Samsung estimates that the new plant will generate 150,000 jobs and an additional 40 trillion won in the nation's wealth. Market conditions will dictate which kinds of chips will be produced. Samsung also has chip-making plants in Texas and China. Thanks to weaker smartphone margins, Samsung Electronics is expecting a 60% drop in profits from last year to 4.1 trillion won, or about $3.9 billion. The steep fall in operating profits was expected by most industry analysts, as sales of smartphones have dropped 20% this quarter. Samsung is expecting its chip division to offset the weak smartphone sales. Wearable computers are now available everywhere. Apple and Samsung think they should be worn on the wrist. Google thinks they should be worn on the face. And other companies believe they should be embedded in clothing. Some new startup companies believe the computer should be worn directly on the skin like a tattoo or Band-Aid. These microcomputers would measure biometric data related to exercise and general health. Will the next computer be implanted inside the body? Stay tuned.